Power 98.3, J&J in the morning. This interview is real special, man.
Yeah.
Big homies in the building right now.
What's that word? How y'all coming?
Hey, man, we're just glad that you're here. What are you doing in Phoenix, by the way?
Podcast tour.
Okay.
Getting to it with my boy Rico Bands with the
shout out
choir.
Rico Bands, man.
Just getting to it. Big bro got me on the move.
Nice. Hey, man, we're glad you're here. How'd you get the name, by the way, first of all, Big Homie? And then get the CC on there, too. How you get the name?
Right, so, CC, that's my team, Cold Click.
Right.
The freeziest, I got the name Big Homie. People just start calling me that. My nickname was Killer my whole life, what I'm saying? But as I start, evolving.
Was there some truth to that?
Type it in on Google. You'll see it.
Man, listen, you've been around some really big names, but, obviously people know you from your connection with Diddy. How'd you first get connected with him?
I got connected with him by Bodyguard and a lady who was a Playboy Playmate.
Oh.
Yeah, so, he invited a lot of pretty ladies to his party. He spiked some drinks one day.
Oh, my Lord.
And led to some gangster shit. gangster activity.
It's okay. You can cuss.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah, I pivoted my business to protecting women. I combat human trafficking. Last year, I brought home 17 missing women, 4 children, 1 little boy.
Yeah.
And when one basketball wife trusts you, word of mouth spread.
Right.
Start getting to it.
So when you started obviously working with him, when did you kind of realize, man, this is not a normal 9-to-5 job? This is extra.
Day one. We at the party, they got lions on leashes, topless ladies in cages.
Oh, my Lord.
The first part of the party, cool. But when the dude come out putting everybody's cell phone in the bag,
that's when you know.
That's when things start getting a little lascivious.
Well, I like that word. It's a big vocabulary word.
Absolutely.
Day one. So this party you're specifically talking about, where was it at?
Chicago, 2014.
Chicago. How many years did you work? I guess you worked for Diddy, essentially.
No, see, what happened was, working in the private sector, I worked for people who got invited to his events.
Okay.
And then, weird things would happen. And, I was the only person who would stand up to him. And it kind of snowballed. Okay,
let's talk about that because obviously we live in a time where we're just now seeing all the people, and of course due to the trial, that were afraid to even confront him, to speak up against him.
Yeah.
Your whole thing is protecting women.
Yeah.
So give me the first example of the time where you saw something go down and you wasn't vibing with it and you had a conversation with him.
Yeah, so whenever you see the blonde-haired white dudes like they off the movie Twilight,
right?
When the vampires come in, somebody cake's finna get touched. You feel me? And my whole thing is this, bro. Like, people told me I was a hater because I was speaking out against dudes. And, when you get to the section, the dudes boxing out all the females. What's going on, man? Like, what's this about?
Yeah.
And, I was raised by strong ladies, bro. I ended domestic violence in my family. My foundation sends 6 girls to college every year. I'm just not finna stand for that, period.
So you witnessed the violence happen?
Now be careful. Tread lightly.
When you type my name in the indictment, say I protected the plaintiff and pointed a gun at him.
Okay.
Y'all ain't know about that?
No, I listen. I wanted to hear. I've watched former interviews, but there's a lot of people that have not seen them, so I want you to tell your story for the audience that has not seen the interviews.
Right. So I'm pretty much famous for being a gangster, bro, protecting ladies. So him is he an evil dude.
Yeah,
straight up and down.
When you're around him, was his aura really dark, or was
it? For sure. He not soft, bro. He a tough cake toucher, you feel me? Like, he not soft, bro. He'll get on some gangster shit with you. But,
being, called Big Homie, obviously you're a big guy.
Absolutely.
When he was around you, was there ever, actual intimidation that you got? Because he's, half your size. But is it, more of a, damn, he really is gangster? Or is it more, from that power that he has?
Yeah, that African dude would have made no joke. This line on my forehead, he hit me with a bottle, you feel me?
Dang.
Wow.
Couple people got shot after that, you know what I'm saying? What it's like.
When did you know it was your time to step away from Diddy?
Immediately. I didn't even want to be around him the first time, you feel me?
2014 was the first year you said.
Yeah.
When did it end?
2016 was the last time I was around them. Because, in Chicago, whenever talent or celebrities come through, I'm the first person to get called to be with them. I was head of security at a place called The Vibe on 1543 North Kingsbury, and they had booked him for the club.
Oh, okay.
Shout out Joey Vartanian and PJ Khan. So when he came, they booked him. They put me with him for the after party. I'm thinking it's going to be like a normal after party. But it was bounce that ass time over there, you feel me?
And I guess after a while of just doing these events, you knew what you were getting yourself into.
Yeah, I already knew. I already been working around a lot of celebrities for a long time, All of the dudes, like, who everybody worship is all bisexual swinger dudes. All
Wow. Including Diddy.
For sure. He the Zest Master.
Is there anyone
Zest Master?
Is there anyone that you could say off rip without getting in trouble? That
I can't get in trouble. I'm the biggest.
Okay,
the
so
boogeyman is real.
Anyone that you can say right now that you're like, oh, people think he's straight, but he's DL or he's bi?
Yeah.
Like?
All right, now. Y'all got to give me some money for that.
Okay, well, let's how many times did you witness Diddy messing around with men?
This.
You knew he was gonna ask him.
Yeah. Ask the question again, bro. Pardon me.
Yeah, that's okay. How many times did you witness Diddy messing around with men specifically?
When I seen him, he was in a towel holding hands with two vampires. One on each hand, both blonde hair. Look, when you at one of these parties around the little hip hop dudes, and you see the vampires come in,
it's for a dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
You was saying vampires to these white people.
I like the
Let
reference.
me ask this queen a question. Have you ever been in the club with celebrities and they acting weird toward girls?
Yeah, of course.
Right, because they don't really like girls, they just like sex.
Did they make you sign an NDA?
I didn't go public till my NDAs expired.
There you go. Okay.
I said the same thing though. I was like, I really don't think that Diddy is gay or anything. I think he just likes sex, and it doesn't matter who it comes from, because sex can be very fluid. Well, I'm just saying, like, because obviously,
not like probably full on relationship.
If you go to Newsweek, I'm in the indictment. You feel me?
Okay, so obviously you're.
They ain't know that part.
No, I did not.
Oh my God.
The NDA expired, so now you're able to tell your story. Were you around Diddy and Cassie together?
She could have been told me what was going on.
Okay.
She could have been said,
like, I need help.
Hell yeah.
Have you ever had a private conversation with Cassie?
Yeah.
And any time did she ever say, like, yeah, I need
No.
help?
Wow.
Really?
Dang.
Hell no.
Not
See,
one time did she, what about like a face, like a look?
Oh, hit a thing. Their situation is called a trauma bond.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing like a streetwalker and their panderer. That trauma bond is hard to break. And when a lady like that devoted to you and they love you, they'll do anything for you.
Right.
But these celebrity guys don't like to pay out. That's why Smokey Robinson going through what he going through
Man,
right
that's
now.
sad too.
They don't want to pay out. They make you promises and then don't live up to it. If he would have paid her out, she never would have sued him.
But do you think she had all to do with the video coming out on CNN? Because she got her money.
The feds released that.
No, the feds didn't release that. What's the thing, bro?
Wait, the feds did not release that? Who released that?
People thought he owned Ciroc.
Okay.
No, he didn't.
When he sued
BlackRock
Diageo, that company that owns Ciroc, that's when all of this started for him.
I think you were talking about that before, Alexa.
As soon as he sued them,
that's when they released everything,
that
because they
tape
were
came
like,
out
"Oh, you're gonna
next
play
day.
with us, we're
Wow.
gonna play with you."
your whole video.
Yeah.
Because I'm the person people. I'm a fixer. I'm not the person that's gonna be shadowing you all night. I got people that do that. I'm the person celebrities call when they can't call the police.
Okay.
When they can't call certain people.
And you handle business.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you know about that video before it came out?
There's other videos.
That have not been released.
Yeah, but the thing, he paid for that one not to come out. He paid $40,000 for that not to come out.
I bet he did.
He lowballed him though. Here's the thing though. Peep game. In every hotel, there's a head of security.
Okay. Right. Yes. Of course.
Right. They wanted $200,000 for that video. Dude got thirsty, took the 40. But he ain't get the masters. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Dang.
I'm the man go get the masters. But me and him don't get along. I hate him, he hate me. So, And if I would have saw that video, well, I got a sister, bro. I got a mama, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I ended domestic violence against women in my family.
Right.
If there was something you could say to Diddy right now, like if you were in the courtroom.
I hope he get off so I can catch him outside.
Right.
Where's your anger? Is it because of the violence towards women? What's the anger you have directly with Diddy?
Bro, death to all oppressors of women. These are the only people who can carry life.
Got it.
And, you know, combating human trafficking, some of the biggest enablers are women, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we get a call about a lady. We get her back, but her grandmother said, I was married at 12. Why would I feel bad for her? That type of oppression is real. It used to be legal to beat your wife in this country. Women couldn't vote to the 60s. That's not that long ago. There's several countries where ladies can't drive or vote. Tomorrow morning, there's going to be a slave auction in Mauritania. They didn't outlaw slavery until 1988. They still combating that. Every Thursday, 500-600 women with melanated skin get sold.
Wow.
I'm going there next. I've been at Yumbo, Colombia, getting people back. Shout out Brittany Stackpole and Dustin Rhodes. You know, people pay me money. I go out and get them. I've been out the country doing this. I do this for real.
So yeah,
and it's
hate for Diddy's like rooted.
And this is like, I mean, you're taking what's so negative and you're making it positive for what you're about and what you do. You remember how earlier you said you stood up to Diddy. What would the conversations be you have with him man to man?
He talk crazy, man. He talk wild. You know what I'm saying?
What's something that he has told you that's always stuck with you, like a threat or something that you were
he
like,
told
damn,
me I
that's
was a
wild.
roach.
Oh, damn.
Did he ever try to threaten your life and like come for like the people?
I got poisoned 3 times, man.
Wait. I want to hear this threat, like the words that he said. Besides, you.
He grabbed my homie by the neck and said, "You either gonna be a roach or walk with God, nigga." And he told me I was a roach and I was gonna get squished.
Damn.
Yeah, he tweaked with that. I tried to. Let me be careful.
When you say you were poisoned 3 times, what does that mean?
I tested positive for cyanide on 3 occasions. Cyanide metabolizes into pneumonia in your body. I only got 1 lung right now because of this. You know what I'm saying? I'm hard to kill.
Your big homie.
I'm somebody. Oh no, I'm somebody you probably got a poison.
You think he's responsible for other people getting sick or death?
Yeah, Kim Porter died from pneumonia.
Yep. I said this too.
Oh man.
We talked about this in detail, and all those like conspiracy theories.
Yeah, because I said none of this is proven.
I always touch on them because the stuff
proven.
that
There's always
doesn't
some type of
the
truth
stuff
behind
that
it.
doesn't come out on the papers is the stuff that people are low key
I'll
talking
be sure
about.
died from pneumonia. Why am I testing positive for the cyanide?
You think the Kim Porter thing was because of the book
No,
that was supposed to come out?
the Kim Porter thing, but the book thing came out after.
Yeah, but it was
Her book
supposed
came
to.
out
yeah.
posthumously.
Right. Because she was
Secretly.
supposed to release the book.
Yeah.
So do you think that there was some stuff in that book that would have put him, got him hemmed up a little bit?
For sure.
She was also trying to like stay away from him. He didn't like that either.
Was Cassie around for all of these parties with Diddy? Was she involved with a lot of it, or did you were around him when Cassie wasn't there with him?
What you mean? Wait, so was she around?
Was she around for when you were with Diddy? Was Cassie there every time?
I seen her 2 times.
Okay.
But you don't want to be the only straight guy in the party, so I would go to the car and just chill. Call me when it get dangerous. I come in and demonstrate. Other than that, I ain't really trying to be around all that.
Were these parties were they freak offs?
The first part of the party is a normal party.
Right. That's
Yeah.
You know. Then they come out collecting phones and signing NDAs. Then, that dude Justin LeBoy was up in there.
Oh, really? That's been rumored. That's been rumored.
I see a lot of people in there.
Yeah.
And you're talking about the freak off specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They swinger party. They call it lifestyle, but they
Right, of
swinger
course.
party.
Right.
I saw today that a lot of celebrities are starting to lawyer up because they don't want to be subpoenaed.
They know what's going on. They know I know. Phone know.
Yeah.
Multiple big names. You don't have to name them, but there were some big names at those freak offs.
Hell yeah.
A-list celebrities.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
People way more famous than him for sure.
Oh man, see that's what I worried about,
that
man.
tells you all you need to know.
That's like that J-Lo Trump stuff. I'm probably gonna get in trouble for saying Trump on this one.
No, that's
Shout
all
out
good.
Trump. I talked to him on the phone the other day. That's my boy.
Okay.
You
Talk
need
free.
Free
know.
Larry on NSA. GD.
No.
Yeah.
We're not gonna play that.
J Alexis.
Alex is
We're
very
not gonna play
against
that.
Trump.
Why you against Trump?
Let's talk
You
about
talk
it.
about women and protecting women. That man is a rapist. He I'm not gonna get into
No,
it.
why you
I
wanna get into it?
don't want to argue with
I
you.
like
because-
when you get into it.
because
I'm not gonna
I
argue
really,
with you.
no, like I really like you talking about how you're so deep rooted in protecting women, and your boy is someone that is literally a rapist, counts of aggravated assault, demeans women, so many laws that are going against protecting women's rights and stuff, and I just don't understand that. So that's why I'm saying, like, I love to talk to you about Diddy. I don't want to talk about Trump because it's just gonna piss
You
me
can
off.
respond to that though.
At the end of the day, the largest perpetrator of sex against minors are successful white males.
Absolutely.
And that's because of the onset of slavery. For 400 years in this country,
Where-
sex with minors was legal.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it's deeply rooted in their culture. You feel what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know,
That doesn't give him an excuse.
I'm not making no excuse for him. I just want to hear this queen's perspective. I'm not a politician. I'm not a fan of any politician. I never met one billionaire I felt you could trust.
Absolutely not.
And, you know, if dude come on my list, I'm on his ass too. Phone now.
Yeah. So how did you get connected with Trump? Like, how did you guys build a relationship?
I got nominated for a Lifetime Achievement Award by Dr. Marlene Carson,
That's what's up.
who's the chair of anti-trafficking at the White House.
Wow.
I got you. Okay. And then from there, you know, locked in. Okay. Let's talk about the trial
He's all
first.
trying to be friends with him just in case.
I'm not friends with dude.
No, not you. I'm saying
Oh.
Trump trying to be cool with you because he's like, let me be on his good side. So I'm not trying to get on Big
I
Homie's
knew
bad
him
side.
before. I knew him before he was the president and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, you're still a piece of shit then.
Let's talk about the trial because Diddy's defense team is going to say, and they have been saying, like, look, all of these things that he's being accused of and he's being charged for. Listen, if you want to sit there and put him for domestic violence, then he's guilty for that. But did he sex traffic? Is there racketeering? Is there, you know, those are the things obviously that he's
The
being
RICO
charged
charge,
for.
yeah.
What is your response to that? Because he has a case. He has a shot.
When you violate interstate commerce laws, that's a RICO. If you pay somebody to travel across state lines to compensate them for sex, that's illegal. He don't have a case.
You think he's 100% going down?
Of course. You got arrested with drugs, defaced firearms. You are employing sex workers, flying them around the country.
The other thing, too,
That's the law.
the
It's against the
feds
law.
don't go after you if they're not going to win. They have a 98% conviction rate. The feds are not going to come after you if they know that this is like
They're like,
15,
"We have
16
a
years
lot of
of a
proof."
case in the making. Like, this is
And
not
I don't
against
think they would
Cassie.
waste
This is
their time
against
either.
the government. Yeah.
All right. Now, let's
I'm sure he probably knows like all of the secrets.
and that's what I was going to
Yeah,
ask.
like
Are
way
you
more.
concerned at all? Because I'm not saying you did anything wrong, but you
Yeah.
were around for
Yeah.
a lot of the, you know, the mess, or at least a good
Yeah.
portion of the mess. 2 years is a lot. Diddy was having parties every weekend. I don't know how many you were, you know, at, but
Listen to me, bro. We was gang banging with them.
yeah.
So, you know, like, we put fear in these boys' heart. And I know a lot of ladies didn't get victimized because we was on their ass.
Okay.
I'm not. In the paperwork, it say I protected the plaintiff.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm not guilty of nothing.
Does
but
that kind of
standing on
stuff
business.
scare you?
No,
Like being involved with them and
no, I'm an insane GD, man. I'm not scared of nothing but God and my mama. Oh,
Okay.
no.
Yeah, my mom.
Oh, no.
He always the mama for sure.
Yeah.
She comes
So God-fearing
first on the
man.
game. Oh, no.
Let's talk about life after Diddy, man. Obviously, you got something going on that's real positive. I checked out your Instagram page, and all you talk about is protected women and what your movement is about. So talk about your movement more, and you know how you got so wrapped up into that side of your life.
You know, I had to be there because no one was there. At the end of the day, where are we as a species if we don't protect the people who are meant to protect us?
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like you a coward if you just sit there and let a lady get picked on. And a lot of guys is tough with females, but they don't get tough with me. So, you know, let's just see what's to it. Well, you ready to link up and die? See outside. It is what it is.
Other names besides Diddy that you would protect, or at least protect the situation. Can you talk about
That I would protect?
that you did in the past? Like you're like I'm here doing a job.
Yeah, Lady Gaga, Tiana Taylor,
Mm.
Erica from Bad Girls Club, Judy J from Bad Girls Club.
Lady Gaga's a big name.
Yeah.
I look at her as such a highlight. So please don't tell me anything negative.
Yeah.
No, she's smooth.
Okay, good.
She be in disguise all day.
yeah.
Yeah, she's
Going to
smooth.
fry.
She loves going like to random places, but in like prosthetics and
Yeah,
stuff.
you don't even know it's her.
Do you still do that body of work as well? Do you?
Yeah, right now.
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
So that didn't scare you away from wanting to be involved.
I'm not scared of nothing.
He said God and his mama.
That's
it.
it, bro.
Yep. His mom
Okay.
first.
So what's next for you, man? You said you got this podcast tour going on. What's the move for the rest of 2025, 2026? Big homie, bro.
I got a UK tour I'm about to do.
Oh wow.
I got 30 dates out there. I'm doing a TV show in Thailand after that.
Okay, Thailand.
And then I got South Africa. I'm doing the biggest podcast out there. And then I'm going to end up in, I ain't going to say that. I got a tour through Africa. And then, you know.
And then Dubai.
And then Dubai.
How you know that?
Oh, I don't know, because you said I'm not gonna say it, and I was like,
I'm going to
usually,
end up in Dubai, though.
I was like, usually when people are like quiet about Dubai, they're like, you know, a lot of stuff that happens in Dubai that's like Diddy shit too.
No, I ain't do. I got Savage tatted right here, and so they kind of strict on
Tattoos.
So,
Yeah.
I'm waiting to get some approval on that, but
Is there anybody that you will refuse?
all the time.
You get the calls
Rappers. I stay away from rappers and football players.
Why?
because of what you witnessed.
Yeah, rappers. They don't like females at all. You feel me? And then like football players. They all kind of retarded after a while,
Oh my.
That's like the CTE.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. When you say
There's 2 NFL players who yeah, y'all know who y'all is. I did them kind of dirty. He almost knocked me out though.
oh man,
I had to mace his ass. Hold up.
when you say rappers don't like women, you're talking.
And rappers broke.
Okay.
They can't even afford to really pay like that.
Do you mean that as in like literally like they don't like women, like they on some other
They
stuff?
just like sex. Like,
Okay.
That
Like-
could be
like
with
what you were
anybody.
talking-
It could be with a dog. Both of them. They don't like girls though.
And they're disrespectful towards women.
Too disrespectful.
But they gotta have them at the party still.
To like make them look good, feed their ego type of thing.
Oh no, yeah, that's what it's about.
Man.
What is it called? It's a beard when they use like women to.
A beard. Oh no,
Are
you
you-
on point.
Were you surprised by any of this? I mean, I bet you at the beginning.
And
Now-
at first I was. I
You're
was
like,
doing
what?
Busta Rhymes. I'm like, damn.
Busta Rhymes.
You ever seen him with a female?
What you Busta Rhymes is with men?
Super Zest Monster.
Have you seen it?
Seen it.
I'm at a loss of words. There have been some rumors in the past, but
You see him throwing drinks on females, cursing them out, and all of that.
I have heard of him being rude and aggressive. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Zest, any other Zest monsters you want to name before we get up out of here? I like learning a little bit more. And I assume these are people that you don't rock with at all. You ain't gonna call somebody out that you rock with or had a good experience with, besides the fact that it was on.
If we did good business, we good.
Right.
Like, but even still, then if you foul, that's the thing, bro. Like these guys look up to me, bro. You feel me? They goofballs to me, bro. So it's like I don't care. Come outside and see if you. They just. No, they ain't no. Come on, man.
So we got Diddy and Busta Rhymes both on the list.
Wow.
For sure.
Busta Rhymes gonna see this video. He's like, "Why you say fuck me for?"
Busta probably know what's up though. I guess at this point, right?
Bro, I've been telling these stories. Nobody got sued. Nothing.
Well, it can't be defamation if it's true.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
What you want to know about?
Jamie Foxx?
Not Jamie.
Well, I gotta know if the rumors are true.
Hello, Jamie.
Man, we was at a Jamie Foxx party. Walking in the bathroom, 5 dudes in there having a circle jerk.
Oh my God.
Including Jamie Foxx.
No, he wasn't in there for that, but he be throwing like naked basketball games for all men and hoop and stuff like that. You ain't know about that?
No.
No.
Oh no.
I'm not like a big like they know like when it comes to like these rappers and stuff, I'm like not the type to fangirl or anything.
You shouldn't.
Because I already know how they are, freaking digi dirties. But I would love to know if anyone like Chris Brown or any of them are
like a
stinky.
YG, like
Yeah, YG.
The next time Chris Brown play with Teyana Taylor's belt is all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. So yeah, of course.
Jeez.
Of course. Yeah, I've always said this. His music is great, but he's a terrible human being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He the best live performer I ever seen.
I don't like him
Great.
as a human being. I like him as a performer.
Still a weirdo.
Yeah, that's true.
Why is Michael B. Jordan being named with Diddy? What's going on with that? Is there something you know about that?
He's like, you got to pay me for that one.
ain't gonna speak on that one. All right, man, big homie. Let's just again, what you're doing is positive, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
And the fact that you know, being around in that lifestyle and having to constantly be on the road, you've seen a lot, but at the end of the day, it's all about protecting women. You make that very known on your platform.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what's most important here. Not necessarily what all you saw with Diddy. And, you know, it's most important that now what you're doing and what you've always done is about protecting women.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Shout out your IG and everywhere they can find you, your
anywhere.
podcast, all that good stuff, bro.
If you want to find me on Instagram, bighomie.cc, on YouTube, Off the Grid Network. Tune in.
There it is. Big
Awesome.
homie in the
Yeah.
building. J&J, Power 98.3.